Hello, my name is Portia, and in today's class, we're going to be stretching out those tight muscles around our hips using the small stability ball so that we'll have more ease to be able to get down to the floor and back up again. All you need is some space to move. You can wear socks with grips, as I am. You can be barefoot, or you can wear a lightweight shoe for support. You will also need a small stability ball, and I have it placed over here off to the left. For the warm-up, we don't need it. Stand in the center of your place. Feet hip distance apart, soften your knees, and let's begin with some shoulder rolls, straightening the knees, lifting the shoulders up, and then bending to bring them back and down. Take the breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. And as you're doing these shoulder circles, you might feel or even hear a little snap, crackle, pop. That's just the muscles and the bones gliding and sliding over one another as you move your body. 2 more. Settle with the arms by your sides and begin to lift the right heel. Lower that down and then lift the left heel. Feel that slight shift of your weight to one side and one leg as you lift the heel and then switch to the other. 1 more on each side. As you press the heel up and the ankle forward, feel the stretch in the bottom of your foot, and then lower the heel down. And then same thing on the left. Now lift the toes on your right foot. You might feel a little stretch in the back of the lower leg, and then lower that set of toes down. And then left, right, left, right. And again, you're going to feel just that little shift of momentum or balance as your weight shifts a little bit to one side and then the other. Each time you pick up the ball of the foot and the toes, you're going to feel a stretch. 1 more set, right, left. And now lift your right arm and look to the left. And then lower that arm down and look forward. Alternating left arm, look right, and then look forward as you lower. Breathe in to rotate the head and lift the arm, and breathe out to lower the arm and turn the head back. As you lift the arm up, feel the stretch through the side of your trunk and the side of your neck as you turn your head, and then come back. And 1 more time. If you feel any tightness in the neck as you lift the arm, only lift to where you start to feel that tightness and stop the upward motion if that is happening. And now just another little roll of the shoulders. And then take your hands right at the hips, hinging at the hips, and send your hips back and your chest forward as your knees bend, and then straighten. You can even place your pinky fingers right at the hip joint. That way you can feel that crease and then the open. As you stand up, feel this length come in through the top of the hips, the top and the front. Now reach your arms out to the sides and then back in by your hips. This big reach out is also a stretch for your chest. 1 more time. And now circle the arms, starting low. Each time coming a little bit higher to feel the openness across the chest, the stretch in the side of your torso. 2 more. Really bringing the arms back as far as comfortable, keeping the head on top of your shoulders, and then a release. And now just shift your weight from right to left. This shift of your hips is a stretch and a stretch. It's also a stretch here and now a stretch here. So you're feeling that stretch on one side of the hip and then the other, on the outside and then on the inside. One more set to each side. Coming back to center. Now shift your hips forward and a little bit back. Just to get more openness through the front of the hips. One more time. And now soften your knees and then just circle. It might feel a little funny to circle the hips, but this is really good to give the sides of the hips and each inner thigh a little bit of a stretch. One more to the right, and then we'll circle the other direction. This also can be a challenge for the balance because you're shifting from the weight on one foot to the other foot. One more time. And then release. Take a big breath in with the arms lifting and a big breath out as the arms lower. Standing nice and tall. Breathe in and then out. And let's begin the class. Hinge at your hips, bending one knee, little lunge down, pick up the ball and bring it to the front of the hips. Standing facing front, we're going to be moving from side to side and stretching the legs in through the hips. We're going to use the ball as a way to bring some awareness to how our arms and upper body are moving over the hips and the pelvis and the legs. This is really great for posture, balance, and for opening up those pesky tight muscles that come or that get tight right around the lower back and even in the hip area. So from here, step to the side with the right foot and reach your arms up, lifting the left heel. And then just rock back, lift your right toes. Swing your arms up and forward, and then back to your left hip. You're rocking onto the ball of the back left foot, whole foot on the right, reaching the arms up, and then shifting the weight back, lifting the toes on your right foot. Each time, the arc of the arms is a diagonal up and then down. One more time. Now, with the ball right in front of your hips, bend the knees and sit back. Bring the ball over to your left hip. Where you're going to feel this is right behind the right leg, especially when the toes are lifted. Rock forward and lift. Sit back and stretch. Ooh, that feels good. As you lift, think about the left heel lifting and propelling your chest upward. Two more. Breathing and stretching. Last time. Now this time stay. We'll bring the arms to shoulder height. Take your left foot forward, tap the ball to the thigh, and then step back. One more time. Now this time, lift your left knee and find your balance on your right leg. Pass the ball underneath your left leg and then step back again. Trying that one more time. Lift, balance, and then find this reach. Sit back with a sweep of the arms, stretching the back of your right leg. Lift up, feel the stretch. Lift your left leg, circle the ball, pass, and reach. We'll do that one more time. Now we put it together as one smooth, slow movement. Reaching up diagonally, pass the ball, and then ease yourself down again. Bending your left knee, lifting up, stretching. Now lifting your left knee. Keep your spine straight, reach and stretch 2 more times. Having something between your hands is helpful to bring awareness and a focus to your center, your core, really critical to balance. And then bring the ball right back, facing front, and just shift the weight right and left. Balance on your left leg, pick up your right, and give the ankle a little circle. You can also do this by placing the ball of the foot on the floor and circling like this. Either way, we just want to get some mobility, and you might have heard that crack. That was my ankle. That's just pent up air between the joints, and you'll hear that little pop sound. It sometimes feels good too. All right, so here we go. We're going to step out to the left, reaching the ball up, and then rock it back, starting with just the shift of weight from left foot to right foot. Rocking back. Now start to lift your left toes. Now the right heel, left toes. Feel this stretch. Just reach the arms in front of your chest. As you come back onto your right foot, bend that knee and lift your left toes up. And then rock forward, reach, stretch. And then rock back, sink, stretch. Remember, this is a stretch for the back of the leg. Keeping your spine long and straight. That allows you to be able to pull in your lower belly last time and really feel the movement. Now holding here, bring your right foot forward, tap, and then reach back. Let's just do this a couple more times. This is the option if you don't want to pick the foot up. You can just drag the toes on the floor. Now let's try that ball pass underneath your right leg. Lift up and then reach. Couple more. I'm going to show you the option now. Tap and reach. One more ball pass or tap. Now we put it all together. Sit back, stretch, lift your left toes. Shift the weight forward, balance. Pass the ball. Sitting back, stretch. Come forward, lift. Now you might find that this side feels a little easier. Or maybe it's your more challenging side. Either way, take an option when you need it. We've got one more. Use the breath. Coming back to center, just bring the ball right towards your belly. Put the weight on your right foot. And again, we just want to roll the ankle. You can leave the ball of the foot down if you need that for balance. Go the other direction, or you can lift the whole foot up and circle the ankle a few times in each direction. Standing in the center of your space, bring the ball over to your left arm. You can just bring the arms down by your side. We're moving on to the second sequence. Stepping out to the right first, bring your arms wide. Bend your right knee. Again, it's a stretch for the inner thigh, but it's just a little different. Instead of being this way, we're this way, and you're keeping the pelvis level, but feeling the hips sit back, right? And we pass the ball, so we're going to pass it behind the back, and then in front. Behind, in front as you bend. One more time. Keep the hands in front, step up, and step back to center. Bring the ball into your right hand. Take the arms by your sides, stepping out to the left, arms nice and wide. Let's do this again. We'll bend and straighten and bend and straighten. Now it's a stretch for your right inner thigh. Again, just a little different angle, and honestly, it doesn't matter which way the ball goes. It can go from left to right, or it can go from right to left. The passing of the ball is meant to be a distraction so that we can focus on the balance of the body. Holding the ball in front of the hips, bring the legs closer together. Let's try this again. Stepping to the right, opening the arms. The ball is in your left hand. Let's pass behind the back. Bend your right knee. This opens the chest and bring it back to the front. And again, back behind and front. One more time. Hold here. Bring the foot in and the ball close to you. And now we bring the ball to the right hand, step out with the left, bend and pass behind the back, and then front. 2 more times. Stretching the chest, find center. 1 more time, and bring the ball back in. Let's try again to the right. Step out, behind the back, and around. Just 1 more. 2 times on each side. Step, bringing the ball back to the right hand. Step out to the left. Pass the ball, bend, straighten. 1 more time. Ball in your left hand 1 more time to the right. Step out, behind. Now switch. There we go. And step, behind, step to the right, behind, step left and behind. 1 more time to each side. And bringing the ball back in. Bring your feet out nice and wide. Turn out from your hip joint. Right up in here, we want to feel the hip roll out. With your toes pointed out, zip up your lower belly, open up the chest, and shimmy your shoulders. Taking the ball in front of the belly, bending the elbows. Pick up your left heel and pivot to the right. Here we're in a position where when we drop the left knee and push the hips forward, this stretches the front of the hip. Now from here, bring the arms out by holding the ball and rotate towards the front, towards the back. 1 more time. Now holding the ball in front, straighten your left leg and reach towards the floor, and then back upright towards the floor. Stay here. Reach your arms up. Feel the stretch in the front of the body, and then back down. 1 more time. Hold the arms up. Little side bend to the back. 1 more time. Feeling the stretch here on the left hip. Now straighten your left leg, release the right hand from the ball, place it onto the thigh, and bring your left knee to the floor. From here, place the ball in front, your hand on the floor, and come back to all fours. Shift the hips to the front and back 1 more time. And now take your right hand to the thigh as you bring the foot forward. Hold the ball in your left hand, curl under the left toes. Lift up and bring your arms all the way around and to the front. Keeping the feet out wide. Lift your your right toes. Pivot to the left. Bend and reach the arms out in front of you. Again, When we lower the knee under the hip, this stretches open through the front of the hip. Because most of us tend to sit a lot, this is a very tight area. Any stretching that we can do, this is also a balance exercise. So we're going to reach the arms up and down one more time. And now we rotate. Back, front, back, front. Bring the arms up and we side bend, upright, side bend, upright, arms forward. Straighten your right leg and place your left hand on your thigh. Reach for the floor. Placing the hand on the floor, lower your back knee and bring your back foot to meet the front foot. Shift the hips side to side. Getting back up again. Slide your back foot forward, hand on the thigh, back toes tucked under. Hand on the ball, rise up, and we go to the other side. Lift the left heel, pivot, lower the arms to chest height. Reach up and down and up and down. Now rotate back, front. Keep your left toes up, hugging in the glutes. Reach the arms up, side bend back, upright. One more. Bring the ball to chest height. Straighten your left leg, hand to thigh. Lower the ball, the front knee, and the hand. Step the foot back. Shift your weight. Take the back foot forward. Lift the chest, grab the ball, tuck the toes, rise up, pivot, other direction. Drop, lift the arms, lower the arms. Rotate. Keep your right heel lifted, active through the glutes. That gives you the support, but also helps to stretch the front of the thigh and the front of the hip. Arms up, side bend back, and up, back, and up. Arms to chest height. Straighten your right leg. Place the ball on the ground as you place your left hand on your thigh. Right hand to floor. Right knee down. Untuck the toes. Left leg back, shift forward back. Bring your left foot forward, hand on the ball, tuck the toes, and lift all the way up. Pivot one more time to each side. Bend and lower. Engage to square. Lift, lower. And rotate back, front, back, front, arms up, side bend, center. Shift, straightening the leg, hand to thigh, ball to floor, hand to floor, knee to floor, untuck the toes. Leg comes back, shift front back. Back foot forward, toes tucked under, grab the ball. Up and over, slow, pivot, down, reach, forward, reach, forward. Rotate, rotate, slow and controlled. Anchoring through the front heel with the back heel lifted. Now arms come up, side bend, center. One more. Hands in front, straighten, tip, lower the ball, find the thigh, the floor, knee on the floor, back foot down or leg down and side to side. Back foot comes forward and up, hand to the ball, toes tucked under, lift, come back to center. Whew. Now let's see if we can put some of those moves together. Keeping the feet wide, we'll take the ball, lift up the left heel, bend that knee, sit back, lift your right toes. Do you remember this one? Lift up, reach. Now either lift or tap with the ball, passing it underneath. One more time, sit back, slow and controlled. Lift up, reach, balance, pass the ball, and then come back to center. And we go the other way. Lift up, sit back, slow, lift up, find your balance, pass the ball under the right leg. One more time, sitting back and stretch, standing up and stretching. Here's your option. You can just tap or lift the knee and pass under. And then come back. We'll stay in the wide position. Take the ball over to the left hand. Bend your right knee, pass the ball behind and center. Take the ball to the right hand. Bend your left knee, pass the ball behind, center. We go to the right now, behind, center, to the left, behind, center. Pivot, lunge. Pivot, arms reach up and down. Bend deep in the left knee and the right knee. Rotate back, front. One more, back, front, center. Arms up, side, center. Arms forward, straighten your left knee. Right hand to right thigh as you lower the ball. Find the floor with your left hand. Bring your left knee down, untuck the toes. Right hand down, right knee down, shift, forward, back. Walk your hands back, right foot forward, left toes tucked. Take hold of the ball, lift, rotate all the way over, land, low lunge, reach and stretch, and down. Rotate, back, front. Arms up, side bend. Arms down to chest height. Straighten your right leg, find the left thigh, find the floor, find the knee on the floor, your other knee on the floor, and shift the weight. Leaving the ball on the floor this time. Bring your left foot forward, tuck your right toes under, hands to left thigh, and come up. Walk your feet underneath your hips, bend the knees, take a deep breath in, and a deep breath out. And again. 2 more. 1 more. And release, keeping your legs straight. Look straight ahead and feel yourself tall, stretched, and balanced. Thank you so much for joining today, and I look forward to working out with you again.